Can you cite us some examples of evidence of fraud that is in the public record? Not something that you have investigated and uncovered, but any other evidence of fraud?
Well, the evidence of the counterfeit ballots that we talked about earlier. Again, these were mail-in ballots that weren't folded from being mailed. They were not on the correct paper stock. They were not marked with a writing instrument. They were marked with toner, according to senior poll managers who've got sworn affidavits in court cases right now. They testified that they were marked the same way down ballot for dozens in a row. That's clear evidence of fraud in the 2020 election that was known before January 3rd. In fact, it was known before December 3rd.
There were 100 of those ballots, correct?
No one knows how many ballots were because we've spent 3 years in court trying to get those ballots public record. We actually appealed that case to the Georgia Supreme Court. We won the case in the Georgia Supreme Court. They declared that we had standing all along, and the Superior Court judge had made a complete error. That case went back down. He then passed it off to another judge who we believed was too impartial. We filed a motion to recuse. So after 3 years, we had still not got to see the ballots that there were 6 sworn affidavits for that were counterfeit. That is not the appropriate way to investigate. And the Secretary of State's office filed an amicus brief against us to try to prevent us from looking at the ballots. What kind of a Secretary of State would have done that?
Corrupt one, I guess.
Well, that's your opinion, not mine.
I mean, what in the world can you even say about that, man? It is freaking amazing, man. When you talk about fraud with a Democrat, I mean, just try to follow the logic, right? They believe that President Trump is guilty of fraud in New York because the value he personally put on his properties didn't match Zillow, basically. No victims, no one lost a dime. Everyone actually made a boatload of money, right? And that's fraud. That is disqualifying, undeniable fraud. But fraudulent ballots, ballots missing signatures, thousands of ballots double counted, maybe by fraud, maybe not. Who knows? We'll never know, because to hear them tell the story, there is no fraud. No one would ever cheat a vote. And even if someone would, it's never significant enough to have actually made a difference in the outcome. That's what they always tell us, right? And for some reason, when it comes to deciding the most important elections in the entire world, and if you think that's an overstatement, just ask Afghanis, any Eastern European you can find, and ask the Jews how important American elections are. They're important. But anyway, when it comes to deciding that, they have a predetermined, always changing level of acceptable fraud. And here's the thing, man. You either care about that stuff or you don't. You either enforce it or you don't. I mean, if somebody robs a Circle K and gets only $20, that's not real significant. But they're still going to prison. I mean, but that's liberal logic, man. Liberal logic is literally going to destroy the world. But that's just my take, man. I thought you guys deserve to see that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.